Gentlemen, I used to groom with one of these. Smoking, literally. But no longer does my dinkle dangle with danger. No, no, no. But, I say but, went nowhere near my butt. I've discarded these because I've discovered Manscaped. So I've swapped that massive thing with the jaws like teeth for a Manscaped lawnmower. Listen. Beautiful. I've actually got a weed whacker as well. That's for the Utah. That's for anywhere you want, really. Anyway, I'm not going to pretend to know the technology. They've got some sort of ceramic teeth that they don't nip. It doesn't bite, which is a really, really good thing, unlike the others, of course. You too can have one of these wonderful products, and they do have a lot of products on the website, which is manscaped.com. You can check using the link below. And best of all, you get 20% off by using the discount code HammersChat. All one word, HammersChat. Go and check it out. If you hurry, you might even get it before Christmas. If not, unfortunately, we have to shave all year round and not just at Christmas. Anyway, on to David Moyes. Not his personal grooming, by the way. We know not what he does. David Moyes has had this list. Let me rephrase that. It's been suggested that David Moyes has... The board have been waiting. The boards haven't yet convened for that sort of inaugural board meeting with the new people, which is obviously Daniel Kretinsky and Horsevich. Is that his name? It's probably not. Is it Horsinski? I don't know. Horsenstein. I don't know. It's something like that. Anyways, it's basically Kretinsky and his mate were meant to be having the first ever board meeting with Karen Brady and David Sullivan and David Gold, and I think the two boys had been added to the board as well, and I think somebody from Gold's contingent. It's a much bigger board than ever. It's a smorgasbord now, whereas before it was just like a little chopping board. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to plan the strategy ahead of the upcoming transfer window. Now apparently this was delayed because David Moyes hadn't submitted his list of chosen targets. You'd think he'd have had long enough. My word. If David Moyes doesn't know who his striker is by now, we're all in trouble, really, aren't we? I'm not sure how much of it I believed. I don't know. However, the narrative has very much been that the board have been waiting on the go-ahead before they can go and pursue these targets. Now, here's the point. Apparently... We spoke about Jonathan David yesterday. A few people, some great comments. Thank you for your comments on there, because a lot of people know more about these things than I do. A lot of people say he plays in a partnership, which is helpful to him. Obviously, he wouldn't play in a partnership with West Ham. Look, looks like a really, really good player to me, anyway. But it appears that added to this story, another layer has gone on to it since we spoke yesterday, and that is that apparently he's on the list. He's on the official accredited. Basically, his name is down and he is coming in. He's on the Moisey list. So I can only assume the list has been submitted, really. And this guy's on it. So basically, the go-ahead is there, which apparently is why we've started negotiation with Lille. Now, I couldn't quite help but wonder when I started to look at some of the players that we've been linked with. I do wonder how much our transfer budget is, or how many players we're allowed to get. I guess these things must have been discussed when Kretinsky did the takeover. I mean, you're just not going to do a big deal like that and then not discuss what players need to come in and what players are needed. Look, Moisey wants to work with a small squad, we get it. But the composition of that small squad is still such that actually there's a lot of people in that small squad that he just doesn't use. I mean, Yarmolenko would be a massive case in point. How much has he got? Because I'm looking at some of the links here. David is one of them. I'm looking at 3 central defenders as well. Another striker. I'm seeing lots of central defenders and I'm seeing lots of strikers. I think we need an attacking midfielder as well. We won't talk about he who shall not be named anymore. But his first name rhymes with Messi, but he's not Messi. We're not talking about him anymore. But I still think we need someone like him. I still think we need somebody in that position. I wonder, I hope we've got money for one player. I really do, at least one, and I sort of hope it's a striker. There was great news with Zuma, wasn't there, that he's not going to be out for as long as first thought, and that is maybe going to play into into Moyes' thinking, but it's not just Zuma, is it? I mean, you've got to remember, Ogbonna is out. That news is not going to get any better. He's that sort of age as well, isn't he? So already we're one centre-back down now. Let's get this right. I mean, Diop and Dawson have done a tremendous job. They absolutely have. But it's not a case of maybe Zuma coming back means David Moyes doesn't want a centre-back. Maybe it's Ogbonna being out. Moyes probably still looking for his first choice proper partnership. We all think that Dawson's a favourite of Moyes's, but Moyes dropped Dawson like a stone the moment Zuma came in. Rightly so, we understand that. But it does demonstrate that Moyes sees Dawson as a squad player. And it would certainly indicate that he doesn't see the future, even if Ogbonna's injured, as being Zuma and Dawson. So he clearly wants one other. So I sort of believe that the centre-half rumours, I sort of believe all that stuff. But we do still need a striker. So we can muddle through at the moment. Zuma comes back earlier than expected. So whatever, Zuma comes back end of Jan, start of Feb. Brilliant. We've already got 2 centre-backs there, and we've got 2 really good young centre-backs. And one of them, in Elise, has had some experience. I say experience, he's played the lower leagues, hasn't he? He's had some experience in men's football, was basically what I'm saying. However, we don't have that leeway at striker. We're in a terrible position up front. So I think we've got to have money for a striker, got to bring in money for a striker. But the more I read these rumours, I start to end up the rumours, sort of Nat Phillips there, Marcos Sensi, there's more, I can't say, I'm going to say his name again, Mavropanos, I don't know, whatever his name is, and then there's the other guy as well who we get linked with all the time, Tarkowski, and lots of these players. The more I see us get linked with, the more I think maybe we are going to do that. So have we got the money for 2 players? This is really what I want to know here. And obviously you're not going to tell me, and I don't know. But it would show huge intent, massive intent. Can you imagine if we do go and I read the comments about Jonathan David. Not everybody is convinced. And there seems to be 2 reasons why you're not convinced. Some are. Some say, yeah, brilliant player, let's get him in. Some people are, I think, some people are once bitten, twice shy. Some people are nervous by our record of signing strikers, be it Haller or Chicharito or wherever it may be. Some people are saying, well, whatever happens, we'll just get this wrong. Seriously, go and look at the comments from yesterday's video. We've got some nervous West Ham fans on there, regular contributors on this channel as well, who were saying, oh, I'm not so sure about this one. I hope we don't do another Haller. I hope we don't do this. And you almost get the impression, let's be fair, our transfer history ain't good in the centre-forward department. People are saying, they have no faith at all that we can get this right. That's one reason. The other reason, as I mentioned earlier on, is that Jonathan David plays within a 2. However, just put that to one side for a moment. Let's just assume that Jonathan David is... Actually, you don't even need to do that. Say what you want about Sebastian Haller transfer. Say what you want about Felipe Anderson. I almost forgot his name. My word. But Felipe Anderson won there. That's how much impact he had, let's be fair. Say what you want about him. It just did show ambition. It really did. £40 million for a striker. Was it 45? Something like that. £40 million for a striker. And whatever it was, £35 million for a winger. Showed ambition from West Ham. It really did. And if we saw that level of ambition now, if we saw that West Ham had gone out and paid £42 million for a striker, as I say, whether you think it's a waste of money, whether you think a risk or whatever, put that to one side, it would show immense ambition. And then we were to go out and get whatever, choose your defender, whatever. I do think that it would demonstrate that actually we're just not happy to be around whatever, I don't know, 5th, 6th or 7th place or whatever the case may be. Actually, we're going for it. Actually, collectively as a board, they've decided, no, what we need is an injection of cash. We're in a position of strength. Let's strengthen, let's push on. Maybe it's the board. Maybe it's Kretinsky thinking, I want to invest in this club and this is what I want to do and I want to take us forward, not just stay there. Maybe the stuff about, doing it incrementally and in baby steps was a little bit of smoke and mirrors. But let's be fair. Just to bring in one striker and a defender to supplement the squad is still really baby steps. 42 million, big money for West Ham, but in the bigger scheme of things, how many times have Manchester City or Chelsea or Man U spent more than 42 million? Loads. Plenty. Loads and loads and loads of times. So I think it would just show real intent, and it would give the whole club and the playing squad a massive shot in the arm. And what a message it sends to David Moyes. Okay, mate, there you go. Here are your players. I think it would be absolutely magnificent. We've also got to remember, we're not in the situation that we were last season. I thought last season we made absolutely the best of COVID and the empty stadiums and whatnot. But by the way, we batted that away, didn't we, when it was suggested we could only win games in empty stadiums. We've kicked that rumour into that theory into touch, certainly. However, there are two other problems we've got this season. And that's Arsenal and who's the other one? Tottenham, that's it. They're an issue because they're better. They're better. They've got their house in order. They're playing better. Sorted out their managerial issues. Tottenham just got a new one. Arsenal obviously just stuck with theirs. Now that is offset slightly by the fact that Leicester have dropped off, which gives us half a chance. But you then got to add in Man U. So I felt almost we had a little bit of not a clear run at fourth, but we were almost there. Look at the league this last season. That's fine. David Moyes keeps talking about these extra couple of points. Well, those extra couple of points won't get you fourth this season because Manchester United have come to the party now. They've basically all been decisive, haven't they? Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham have all said, right, that's it. We're going to have a go now. And that puts three serious competitors in our way in terms of us going for that. So we ain't going to manage it doing what we're doing. We need new players. And I know it, you know it, and hopefully the board know it. The question is really what the board are going to do about it. And I think, and I hope, that they're going to make a real good go at this. So I don't know how much we got. Look, the trouble is, I've read it where people say, oh, we're not going to have anything, we're not going to sign anyone. We did all this in the summer. I remember distinctly doing the videos and almost having to try and bat it away every say no, that's clearly not the case. And it's just, it took its time. What I think happens is, was it Milenkovic? Was that the guy's name? It was at Fiorentina. I think we had a chance of getting him. I think Zuma probably turned us down. Something weren't going to happen, or Chelsea wouldn't do business. We were about to do Milenkovic, and we said, oh, hold on, Zuma's ready again. And the Zuma deal could be back on. I think we changed our mind 2 or 3 times. Went back for Zuma when we realised he was ready. Vlasic came in, the Areola stuff. We got deals done. And so, and that was a whole summer of people saying we won't sign anyone. Now, I understand that's money and that money's been spent, but there's been a new cash injection. So that money was spent and the debt was made. Well, the debt's paid off now. Is Kretinsky going to put more money in? Are we going to leverage a bit more debt? I don't know. But I don't want to just say, oh, there's going to be no money available. I don't believe that. I think there is money available. Moyes is speaking like there was money available. And like he's going to do something in this window. And let's be fair, Moyes was speaking like there was money available in the last window as well. And actually, the only time he really said there's no money, I'm going to save the money, was last year's winter window, wasn't it? And he told us. He said, I've got some money there, I think I'm going to keep it. On a couple of occasions he said he's had money, he's actually spent money. So there appears to be money. How much? I don't know. Whether it's Jonathan David, I like the... Cabal, that was it. I like that Cabal. He looked really good, didn't he? But I don't really... Whether it's David, Cabal, and Nesri, whoever it is, I just want whoever we get to be ratified by David Moyes and be a David Moyes suggestion. I think if we do that, massive, absolutely massive intent by West Ham, particularly if we do it early, and it would improve the squad immediately, absolutely immediately. And I understand and I get the concerns that maybe a few people have of this striker, but let's be perfectly honest with ourselves here. On the times we've seen it this season where basically Antonio and Fornals or Benrahma or whatever can't string a pass together, the last little bit, and these haven't turned into bad players, but just not firing. And we're looking at it thinking there's no substitution to make, so Antonio stays on. He's basically, David Moyes trying to move Jared Bowen in there or just try different things to get the team working, to get the team firing. There is no way that we wouldn't be better, that it wouldn't have been a good thing to do whatever. Pick your game. I don't care. Burnley, whatever the case, but Brighton, whatever the case may be, to actually have someone on there and say, right, Antonio, bang, there you go. Whatever, you go on the wing. We're going to bring this guy up front, play 2 up front, do something. It would improve the squad a lot, and we'd pick up more points. How much? I don't know. I'd love it if we had 60 million. Am I being silly? I'm being silly. You can tell me. Tell me I'm being silly. I wonder if we've got 60 million. You never know. Never know. Do you know what? I'll take 55. Do you know what board? New board? Big board, smorgasbord, West Ham smorgasbord. I will accept 55 million for the winter transfer budget.
Goldie, Brady, Sully, Horsevich, Jack the Junior, Sully, Goldie's mate, Kretinsky, Horsinski, and Jack Jr. Don't forget about Goldie's son-in-law.